So I want to share a few words about moving on to the 5D grid. This bootcamp is for you if you are struggling with a lot of what people like to call out their ascension symptoms. Weird physical symptoms, pressure, pain in the body, anxiety, nervousness, sleepless nights, uh, all those kinds of awakening issues that people are going through. This bootcamp is for you if you've had a rapid awakening and you're feeling really, really confused about your reality. Uh, this has been happening a lot to people, that they have these rapid awakenings, whether they use something like DMT or just suddenly their mind seems to crack open and now all of this new consciousness is coming in and you can't piece it together with your old reality, or it's not quite adding up and you feel like a little bit crazy. uh, this bootcamp is for you if you're really interested in developing your multidimensional gifts and abilities. If you're interested in opening up to channel, if you're interested in, becoming more telepathic, all of that sort of fun stuff that is multidimensional. This bootcamp is for you if you're going through any kind of spiritual crack on every level. And I wanted to help people again really understand that the awakening process, the ascension process, whatever, there's a lot of information out there, and I think there's a lot of talky out there where people don't actually have a huge amount of clarity about what this is. And they can sense it, they can feel it, and then people's minds are kind of filling in the space with something that makes sense. This is a biological shift. And one of the most challenging areas to move from a singular egoic identity that's driven by the old primitive mind survival consciousness, that's steeped in the illusion of separation and polarity, to move to a new heart-centered reality, which is the 5D grid framework, to create from the old consciousness, to create in the unified field, this is enormously threatening to the nervous system. And in fact, I will say that there are a lot of stories out there about ascension, about awakening, which are actually the biological thinking of the freaked out nervous system projecting into the multidimensional metaphysical realm. And unfortunately, I have worked with a lot of people who've actually started to make themselves quite sick from buying into these stories and going down the rabbit hole, instead of focusing back here on where the change is actually happening. It's happening in you, it's happening in your biology, and that is what influences your perception and your experience of the world. And this includes things like the pineal gland, the DNA, RNA, and the nervous system. And so if you're going to open up multidimensionally, and if it is not happening for you, maybe you want all this cool, like telepathic stuff to start happening. If it's not happening for you, it's because you may not be grounded in your heart enough, which is the best orchestra for the awakening show, not the mind that wants to achieve awakening like it's, like winning an Oscar. I'm going to be enlightened. It's about a system moving congruently with you as it entrains itself to create and generate a new reality. So moving on to the 5D grid is a really, really wonderful boot camp to help you through, again, that process of threshold resistance. Because as you're moving towards wanting to expand your reality, guess what? Your biology and your nervous system might be pushing back on you, giving you all of those kinds of fractured experiences, the physical reactions, all of that stuff going on. So we work a lot with that system and help you learn new tools so you can move through this process of awakening with more grace, with more ease, with more flow, and with more fun. Because ultimately moving into the 5D grid isn't for everybody to be lying awake at night with insomnia, tearing their hair out, and worrying about black holes opening up and swallowing them, all kinds of stuff out there that people are talking about. It's to move us into, personally and collectively, a new reality where we're generating reality from the heart and in the unified field. And that takes a little bit of change in the old system to happen for that to begin to come to fruition. So if you've got those problems, ascension symptoms, you feel like you're going a bit crazy, you don't understand what the hell's going on, your nervous system has reacted, you're seeking awakening, but you seem to be actually creating a lot more drama and polarity in your life, this is the boot camp for you. Enjoy.